Hola, yo soy Jorge Roig y les doy la bienvenida a este camino a los Oscars, una temporada en la que vamos a disfrutar y conocer más sobre las películas nominadas contadas por sus propios protagonistas. Este episodio es presentado por En Ridery movemos a los venezolanos. Descarga la app y vive tu ciudad a tu ritmo. Vamos a empezar con Ganadora, una cinta que ganó el Festival de Cannes, la Palma de Oro. Pocas veces una película americana ha logrado este reconocimiento y desde entonces ha estado presente en todas las premiaciones y festivales más importantes de la industria del cine. Esta es la historia de una Cenicienta moderna, en este caso es Annie, una bailarina exótica que se enamora de un joven ruso sin saber que sus padres son unos mafiosos. Ahí empieza una comedia negra de enredos, pero también un viaje de descubrimiento de la propia Anora, quien en este camino se va a enfrentar a muchos retos y conocer a personajes muy disparatados que la van a hacer reflexionar sobre las aspiraciones que tiene en su vida. Es una película que ha conmovido a todo el mundo y que acaba de ganarse el Critics' Choice a la mejor película del año, e incluso su director Sean Baker ha sido galardonado con el premio del Sindicato de los Directores. Y justamente que hablamos de Sean Baker, este es un director especialista en poner el foco en los marginados de la sociedad. Lo hemos visto en sus películas como Florida Project o Tangerines, y en este caso en Anora lo vuelve a hacer, con una versión bastante oscura de lo que podría ser Mujer Bonita, pero contado a su estilo y a su manera. Pero ¿quién mejor que el propio Sean Baker para que nos cuente cómo fue el proceso de encontrar a la actriz ideal para interpretar a este personaje de Anora?
Thank you for your time, and first, congratulations on the film. I think it's amazing, and I want to know, I'm curious to know, what was the starting point for you to conceive this story? What was your main inspiration behind it?
Um, well, um, well, thank you for your kind words, and I think that it actually spans many years. You know, Karin Karagulian, who plays Toros in the film, we've been trying to tell a story that took place in the Brighton Beach, Coney Island area forever, and it really just took me 15 years to figure it out. I think I had been exploring sex work, and so we applied sex work to that world, and figured out this hook. And the hook was, what if we didn't want to do a Married to the Mob movie, but we thought, what will put her in a similar situation? Oh, I know, Married to Money. It's very similar. Married to the Mob, Married to Money. So we said, what if she marries the son of a Russian oligarch? And as soon as that happened, we knew we were ready to go. And that happened about a year after I made that film, Red Rocket. Once Red Rocket was put to bed, we figured that out.
And since you mentioned Coney Island and New York City, I want to know about your decision on shooting on New York City, and what did you think about the energy of the city? How did it influence the atmosphere of the film?
Oh, New York. New York's energy always influences a film because it's so unique, and it's so, and not only is there that New York energy, that New York groove, but there is that New York attitude, and I knew Annie had that New York attitude, especially specifically a Brooklyn attitude. And so we really leaned into that. We almost said, we want our film to have the same attitude, which means, the film has to be just as unapologetic and just as scrappy, et cetera, et cetera. And then shooting there, I have to say, shooting there was a dream. I hadn't shot there for almost, oh my God, since '07. '07 was the last time I did shoot a fashion film there. And I think the fashion film, which was done in 2021, and which I also shot in Coney Island, I think that's what got me interested in it again. So that's a little bit to answer your first question. But Coney Island specifically is sort of stuck in time. It looks the same way that it looked when Walter Hill shot The Warriors there. So I was able to just shoot these iconic locations that look the same way they did in 1978. The Cyclone roller coaster, or the Wonder Wheel, and everything like that. And it was just a real pleasure to do that, quite honestly, as like from a cinematography point of view.
Yeah. And I want to know about, well, Mikey Madison is a revelation on this film. She is incredible. And I want to know, for you as a director, how was the process of finding the right actress to play such a challenging part as Sonora?
It was a lot easier than you think. It was
Yes.
actually, I never thought of anybody but Mikey. because
Okay.
I knew Annie's. I knew young women who were like a little bit like Annie, but when I was looking for my actor, it she came about because I knew her from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and then a few years later, when I was moving forward with Honora, we went to see Scream opening weekend, and I was in the theater, and I was looking up at the big screen, and I said, she's our Annie. It's so obvious to me. And I think it was a combination of those two performances and her physicality, very unique eyes and face. And I thought, okay, she also shows that she has a lot, like she can nail the humor. The humor in both of those films, they're not like it's not like a setup and a punchline joke, but it's more behavioral humor, and that's what I was looking for. So we called her agent the minute we stepped out of the theater, and I had a coffee with her, and I offered her the role. Simple, simple.
También tuve la suerte de conversar con dos de los actores de esta película, Mark Edelstein y Yura Borisov, quien por cierto está compitiendo en la categoría de Mejor Actor de Reparto. Y ellos también nos contaron cómo fue la experiencia de trabajar en esta película. And I want to start with a question for both of you, because Sean Baker has such a unique way of telling stories, and I want to know about your experiences working alongside with him, creating your characters. So could you tell me a bit about it?
It's a big pleasure to create the character with the Sean Baker because you know, he's very like he's not heavy person. He's talking about everything in like a very I don't know easy way, but every his word is very deep, and he really know what he wanna see, and it's great to work with a person who's such a I don't know such a sensitive and kind, and build character with this features because Sean Baker's features in our characters also too.
Yeah, he give a lot of freedom for creating characters, but at the same time, every second he controls it. But really see and really feel what are we going, where are we going with? With growing of character and change the script due to this direction every time. He changed all script every day because he step by step understanding that okay, we have new stuff and it's
Changing something in the future of this universe.
Yeah.
It's
And
like a butterfly effect.
And Mark, Ivan is kind of an antagonist in this film, but it's a very likable antagonist because you get to understand him, even if he doesn't do the right thing all of the time, you get to understand him. So how was the talent for you to create that kind of antagonist that people can even love and relate to him?
It was a big challenge for me to play such a character. Yes, you're right, he's antagonist because it's first time when I played, like a bad guy. Yes, and we thought a lot about his pain because any antagonist, it's a, pain. And with this pain, this antagonist, this character is trying to fight against, and he's losing. Yeah, it's a, center of antagonist. And we thought about pain of Ivan and his point of pain, his family. They're very powerful, and he, like Honora, doesn't belong himself. Yes, and because of it, the whole first act is like a just compensation of this, black hole inside his heart. Yes, and it's a story how guy is losing everything. He's losing love. Yeah.
And Yura, Igor is a character, is such an amazing character. He doesn't have many dialogue, but people get to understand who he is without saying that much. And I guess that must have been a big challenge for you. And I want to know, how did you create that?
It's all about Sean's editing because I just keep my attention to Mikey all this way because Igor trying to help to her, and he has to understand all what she's feeling every moment, and what does she want to every second. And I think that love is attention, and it's love someone, all your attention will be on this person or thing, for example. And I just keep my attention to Mikey, and after that, Sean already give time for this character on the screen for growing this relationship which I'm talking about.
Yes. Well, guys, again, congratulations. This film is incredible, and I hope seeing you in all the award season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ganadora tiene 6 nominaciones en la entrega de los premios Oscars, incluyendo las categorías más importantes: Mejor Película, Mejor Actriz, Mejor Director y Mejor Guión. Así que si es de tus favoritas, coméntame aquí qué te pareció esta película, y si no la has visto, aprovecha que todavía está en salas de cine. Nos vemos en otro Camino a los Oscars.